quest for higher consciousness is pretty much like any other quest. It demands that you have a goal. You have to have an idea of what you want. You have to, in this case, want higher consciousness, or want heart, or want beingness, or want to have more clarity, want to end your suffering. There has to be some form of goal. Because when we have a goal, then we have a potential of getting there. So if I wanted to go to another town, I would first have the goal of going to that other town. That would be my goal. And then I would need a plan on how to get there. Because just having a goal isn't enough to get you to this town. You need a plan. How am I going to get there? Am I going to buy a train ticket or a bus ticket, or am I going to take my car, or am I going to hitch a ride? How am I going to get to this town? And do I have the money that's required, if money is required, to get there? So now I'm starting to formulate a plan. I've got the goal, and now I'm starting to formulate a plan. So I decide I'll take my own car. Well, have I got enough money to pay for the petrol? Is the car roadworthy enough? Would I like to take someone else to share expenses? There's a few things involved in the plan to make what's going to happen happen. But once I have a plan, I'm on my way, because I have a goal and I have a plan. Now I have to execute the plan, because having a goal and having a plan doesn't work. It won't get me to the other town. It won't get me there unless I execute the plan. In other words, put it into action and make it happen. So with higher consciousness, it's similar. We have a goal, and then we need a plan on how to get higher consciousness, heart, whatever it is, the end of suffering, whatever it is that we have as a goal, we need a plan. And so we look at, well, for instance sake, let's go for heart. I want to be more open, I want to be more loving. So that's the goal. Now how do we do that? How do we support heart? Well, first of all, we need to examine, well, what is heart? How does it all work? And what, if anything, is in the way of that goal? And now we're starting to formulate a plan, because we're looking at the obstacles. And we're looking at how, also, what will actually support it. So we're looking at the way to get there. Now in looking at heart, or love, whichever way you want to put it, what's in the way is our closures, our resistance to life. Our negativity. And what supports love and heart, if we really examine, is openness. When we're more out of the way. And we look at it really closely and we find, well, the more I'm out of the way, the more potential for heart. So now I need a plan, a sub-plan, to actually get me out of the way. So how do I do that? We look at, well, if I practice openness, there's less of me present. If I practice putting me aside for somebody else, there's less of me present. So these are parts of the plan on how to support heart. If heart is our goal, if love is our goal. Now we have a goal and we have a plan. If we put ourselves aside, if we practice openness, if we eliminate closure from our lives, we're actually got a pretty good plan. Now we have to execute it, because the plan and the goal by themselves won't work. And in executing the plan, we practice. We have a practice. The practice of putting ourselves aside for others, for the planet, for anything, really. And the practice of openness. Every time we find ourselves closed, how fast can we open? Can we meet everybody, friends and possible potential enemies or whatever, with openness? Or are we going to meet them with some form of closeness, which is an obstacle, something that's in the way of our goal? It's up to you. If you execute the plan, you'll get there. You'll get the goal. But only if you execute the plan. Only if you put the practice in play. The same in life. If I wanted to go to another town, I'd have the goal, I'd have a plan to get there, but I'd have to execute it, otherwise it wouldn't happen. I wouldn't get there. I wouldn't be able to get there. I had to make it happen. The same with heart, the same with enlightenment, the same with higher consciousness, the same with clarity, the same with all the things that you might want. The goal is required, a plan is required, and a practice is also required. And it's up to you. Only you can make it happen. Wishful thinking won't work for a second. Those people that succeed in life practice. And it's the practice that makes them good at what they're good at. Because whatever we practice, we get good at. And so, there's the secret. It's a secret to success in everything, isn't it, really? You have a goal, you work out how to get there, you remove the obstacles, pretty much. You put it into practice and you make it happen. And this is how you create your reality. It's how everyone creates their reality. It's how you find this beauty. It's up to you. It's always up to you. Thank you for Satsang.